What's good, family, and welcome back to this channel. For those of you who are new, please hit the subscribe button. Bell icon will give you post notifications. Hit that like button because you know we all love them thumbs. Thumbs. And don't forget to leave me a comment because I do read all comments and I reply to every single one of you. So today we're going to be reading some more from Living in Bleach. Chapter 24. Let's get into it. Finally, I yell as I rush through the back door of the castle lighthouse. Which door do you think they went through? Izuru asked, looking at the never-ending halls and doorways. There isn't time to decide. We've just going to tear down these ugly walls. Rangiku, use your sword. I watch Rangiku pull out her weapon. Growl, Hanako. Nico Rinbo. Her sword transforms into what seems like ashes. Every single wall in the house was destroyed, and Ichigo and Renji could be seen fighting my so-called grandmother. For a lazy lieutenant, you sure have an amazing sword, I compliment, racing towards the evil queen. I try to catch her off guard, but I wind up pulling out a new sword from thin air that stops her from cutting my face. You're here! Her voice was undeniably annoying, and she looks as if she done lost her mind. Nice to meet you, she yells, hiding her sword. Sliding her sword off the one I was wielding. My new sword has a shiny gold hilt, with black gemstones lying in it. The blade was completely different from a Shinigami sword. It wasn't black and silver. It was the colors of emeralds, diamonds, rubies, and transparent from the graphene fused with blue sapphire gems on the outline of the shaped heart blade. It shines a lot due to the diamonds in it. The whole sword was made of gemstones. Diamonds, topaz, amethyst, gem, garnet, sapphire, tourmaline, etc. The only thing that wasn't a gem was the hilt, made of gold. It was my strongest, most powerful sword in my unknown collection. That's a nice rich sword you got there, she compliments, but I ignore. I turn my sword sideways so that the flat side would be used. While she was talking about who knows what, I smack her in the side of the face in the middle of her boring speech. Since the sword has a lot of weight and it happened faster than the blink of an eye, her whole body flips into a spiral motion. When she moved, Izuru asks himself aloud. Not bad, the queen says, while pulling herself off the ground and drawing another sword. Your eyes are beautiful. It reminds me of the rubies in my crown, she informs me while looking in my new red eyes. I don't respond to her babbling. Instead, I close my eyes and slam my palm on the ground. Out of nowhere, sharp, thin needles come above the ground. It made me happy inside when the queen yips as her foot is pierced, and blood rushes down the shiny gray material. Grr, defend, Hogo no Hibi, the queen yells. Two large snakes with golden scales and red eyes appear in the room. Their teeth were sharp, and they hiss while moving towards me. I throw down my sword into the marble floor and run towards the snake closest to me. I grab and hold of the reptile in one of my hands and seize the upper part of its mouth with the bottom in the other. I force the snake to turn sideways as I turn my wrist. When it's completely on its side, I use all my force to rip it in half down the middle. That's disgusting! Rangiku shouts while dodging the blood that flies out of the snake's body. She's like a whole nother person. Ichigo's eyes are wide as he watches the corpse of the snakes fall down in front of him. Where's all the strength coming from? Renji, too, was in shock, just like the others. I will not let you win, the queen yells, feeling defeat slowly occurring. Ignoring her, I do the same thing to the other snake. They would have been decent allies, I think to myself, while staring at the black-haired woman in front of me. The queen then let out an awful screech, signaling her army she was in need of help, and soon the whole house was filled with armed demons. So do you have a weapon that can get you out of this? To be continued. I say we go on to the next chapter. We've got plenty of time. Chapter 25. Raise your head, Wabasuke, Izuru calls out to his sword that now has a hook-like shape on top of the blade. His sword doubled the weight of his opponent's weapons as he randomly ran through and made contact with their blades, making it easier for everyone to kill them. Growl, Hanako! Once again, Rangiko's sword turned to what seemed like ash, and she used it to strike the demons. Renji and Ichiko decided to use their new combo move to increase our progress towards victory. But unlike the last time, we're actually prepared. Good job, girlie. While they are trying to take down the queen's men, I focus on getting her off guard. I pull my sword out of the marble floor and slice thin air while saying the words, Diamond Torrent. A large wave of turquoise diamonds wash over the room, and many of the demons are being ripped to pieces as the wave of diamonds sends them elsewhere. Okay, Kaya, finish her. No one's here to stop you, Rangiku yells, relieved that her work was nearly done. Still, Tamashi no Ipa, my right hand is surrounded by a small sea of foam green aura, and I shampoo towards her and simply grab her neck. Of course, I can just hold my hand over her, but I really want to choke this woman. She starts to claw my hand, and slowly her face turns pale, and it's hard for her to breathe. When she finally goes out her soul, well, it's gone, and she's just another dead corpse to bury, which I'm not doing. Sad, didn't even get to torture her, I say, walking away. We can take a break, Rangiku says, dropping herself on the ground. Yes, we defeated her. But what about you becoming queen, Uzuru, who reminded me. He's right. Besides, will the people just follow you, or will they try to kill you? Ichigo starts to rub his chin and looks up, like he's in a movie. I roll my eyes and go back to the corpse, only to take the golden crown off her head. We'll be here for a while then. Follow me. I walk out the building, and they follow to the tower ahead. What's your motive? Motive, Renji asks as he shampooed to the balcony. You'll see soon enough. Whenever one of us was in the balcony, I picked up a large mallet and strike a gong that was also in the setting. The others held their ears just in time before the sound reaches them. Out in the distance, footsteps were heard, and a crowd of citizens appeared from afar. They seem to be worried and eager to hear what is happening. It doesn't take long for a crowd to form around the large estate. What have you done to our queen? People demand in rage. I, Kaya, am your new queen. For I am the next in line to rule this lovely kingdom. As I talk, some fear of what rules I may change or add. What will become of us? Are you just as cold-hearted as the last ruler? This time, a woman bearing a child over her shoulder spoke. Of course. After all, just like the rest of you, I am a demon. But I will not do anything to hurt my own kind, unless you cross me like the other traitors. I made a memory. I hope this is enough to let them know I am a good leader, and I'll risk my life protecting theirs. Will you remove the death penalty your grandmother left? Another person asked. Yes, and anything else that overdoes punishment, and is simply irrelevant. From this day forward, I will make this place and our people bolder and stronger. Let us celebrate with a party in the castle tomorrow with the Soul Reapers who's helped me make this happen. Surprisingly, they were cheering for my decision and wanted me to be their leader. To be continued. Shall we? Chapter 26. You did good with this place. Congrats. That's Kaya, Shinsui says, raising his glass of sake. Excuse me, sir, can I get another bottle, please? Rangiku asked a chubby male with white clothing and golden jewelry who is holding a tray. You didn't even finish the first one, are you sure? You want it just yet? He looks at the half-full bottle of sake in her hand and shrugs his shoulders. It wouldn't hurt. He hands her the bottle, and she nearly crashed him with a strong hug, and of course her large breasts. Rangiku Toshiro whisper shouts, trying to pull her away from the man. Yamiu gathers some purple and silver leaves for later. Miori demands his daughter assistant. Of course she follows her orders. So does this mean you aren't coming back to the human world? Orihime asked, hoping I would. No, it'd be best if I didn't. But I may go to the Soul Society every now and again. He tries to understand my decision and wishes me luck. I mean, we're still the best of friends, and whatnot. So, did you ever meet your parents? Jushiro asked, looking around. They haven't come up, but if they don't, then I wouldn't be affected much. Another drink? I pour some amori in my glass and sake in soy fongs. She nods and takes a sip. What's your next step to helping these people? Toshiro says, also holding a cup. Fixing buildings and rules, not much. What about you guys? Isn't there some guy trying to decapitate y'all for power? No, that's been dealt with. Why are you guys talking about work at a party? Lighten up, Rankiku says, getting off the sofa. The music becomes more upbeat, and some women start to dance. It was beautiful. The festival lasts around 2 a.m. It was like no one wanted to leave. The people were finally relieved and happy. They were finally free from the past rulers' strict laws, and gruesome punishments. So of course I decided to hold a festival every month because for some it is the only time they get food to last for weeks, and everyone's able to enjoy themselves and come together and forget about the past problems while drinking free booze. Oh wow, that's the end? Is that seriously the end? Oh my god, that is so cool. I love this fanfiction so much. I absolutely love it. Well, I guess I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!